Let me introduce myself. My name is Kelly Kraft. I quilt on a Nolting 24-inch Pro. I've been a long arm quilter for 8.5 years. I do quilt professionally and I do for hire. I'm going to work on some how-to tutorials on pretty much a lot of basic stuff. This is in no way to replace anything that you would be able to do at a show if you're able to go to. There are also other videos online that you can purchase that are absolutely wonderful. These are just going to be short little clips for you. What I want to do first thing is to talk about your stitch regulator. When I've gone to quilt shows, one of the first things I talk to people about is their stitch regulator, and it amazes me that so many quilters won't turn their machine off of stitch regulator to go into manual, and most of the time it's because they say they're afraid to. In stitch regulator, your machine will quilt only when you move your machine. So to me it's almost like being stuck in mud or being in granny gear, and those that have driven stick shifts know what that is. The machine just, to me, does not run smoothly. By taking it out of stitch regulator, your machine moves your machine will start quilting as soon as you push the buttons. So you need to be familiar with it and comfortable with it. And I think that's what a lot of quilters aren't comfortable with. My recommendation is to throw some fabric on your machine that you're not worried about, whether it's sheets, muslin, just funky fabric you have that you're not going to do anything with. Turn your stitch regulator off and just play, because you want to get the feel of the machine, because the faster you go, you're going to have uneven stitches. But before you know it, you're going to have good stitches. But I'm going to turn my stitch regulator on. So this means that the machine is not going to move until I do. And you're going to notice that there's some lagging when I quilt. And for me, it's hard to get good even stitches when I'm quilting this way. I'm going to turn the stitch regulator off and you'll be able to hear a difference, hopefully. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. And I'm just doing some little, almost stippling, but not quite. But I'm going to work my way over. I've drawn a spine. I'm going to turn the stitch regulator back on so that you can see what it's like when I start doing feathers. And I'm not getting good stitches this way. I'm going to turn the stitch regulator off. Okay, here we go. For me, the only time you use a stitch regulator is if you're doing ruler work, and we will touch base on that on another video. But if you're one that has not taken your stitch out of stitch regulator mode, go into manual mode and just play. You're going to find so much freedom, and it's going to sound so much better for you. And I really believe that you'll have better stitches. And it comes in time. Everybody says practice, practice, practice. I like to say play. Throw some fabric on, put some fun thread in. It doesn't have to match. It can. This I do contrasting so that you can see what I do. And remember, whatever your quilting is in this space. So this is, I call this in your face. And you're going to see every little bobble and wobble. But once you get that quilt off the frame and look at it as a whole, you're not going to see those little bobbles and wobbles. But really, just put some fabric on, and if you do nothing but meander to get the feel of the machine in manual mode, then just do that. Put some music in and just rock to the music, rock with your machine. I hope you find this helpful. Thank you.